live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. The Tampa Bay Rays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next. And today's starting pitcher, Kyle Leahy. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Church under it, and there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back, and for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Oh. Caminero with a homer in his last game.
Strike 1.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
That's the ball.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Scott on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Busch Stadium. And starting on the mound for the Rays, Nick Martinez. How about a report on him, Chris?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Digging in, Ivan Herrera. Herrera thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 1-0. And a foul ball. Herrera matched a homer in his last game.
Oh.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, that 2-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Singing, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Alec Burleson, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Strike one.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Makes the grab, and there's two out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. That is the inning. Scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
In the air to left center. Walker on the move. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Now it's the right fielder, Jake Fraley, leading the AL in batting average.
Ball.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting sixth,
Richie Palacios, next to hit for the Rays. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Quick move to first. Fraley back on a dive. The 0-1. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw there. Safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
The Rays looking to strike first here at the top of the second. Got him looking for the strikeout. Went back to the curve, and it was a smart choice.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now here is Hunter Fiducia. Man on second, 2 down. Runner at second, 2 down. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in St. Louis, now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Pedro Pages. Pages batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Venezuela. This one in the air, right field, and it's a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Ramon Urias. That one fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Second inning here, no score.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Next pitch inside. Now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one lifted to left. And there's 2 down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Victor Scott. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. And he lays down a bunt. Not in time. He's safe.
He saw the infield playing deep enough to drop down that bunt, and it paid off for him. Nice execution. He put that ball down the third baseline where he knew it would be a tough play. Took advantage right there. Very smart move.
Mason Wynn stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Scott leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Rudder takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. Aranda. Over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. So 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Rays, Chandler Simpson. First pitch just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. On the ground right side. Whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Taylor Walls.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. But there's no play. That's an infield single.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. Now a quick throw to first. And he dives back in safely. Top of the third, no score. And there's a foul ball. The 1-2. swing, and he breaks his back. Dives, and it gets by. Throws to second. They get the force. He's out.
Well, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. Seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
Next to hit, Jonathan Aranda. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throws, gives past him. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Up next for Tampa Bay, third baseman, Junior
First and second,
Caminero.
2 outs. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss as that one was high. Out towards right center field. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Johnny DeLuca, the next to hit. Fly to left his first time. And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back in.
And this ball gets down. It's a hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Now here is Jake Fraley. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2. Now fly ball to right center. And that is that. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rays 2. Back here in St. Louis and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to first. Diaz steps on the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Right fielder, Nathan Church.
And now the right fielder, Nathan Church. Up the middle, Aranda. Tosses to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Ivan Herrera will hit next.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They trail it here 2-0. Start of the 4th. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Richie Palacios. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next
Showed a
for
willingness
Tampa
to
Bay,
drive that pitch
catcher,
the opposite
Hunter
way.
Fabrizio.
Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now at the plate, Hunter Fabrizio. Here's 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. Grounder might be 2. Here's Wynn for 1. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Chandler Simpson digs in now.
Up.
Into center. Pulls it in on the run. And that'll do it. Rays held in check here, but they're on top 2-0. Bottom 4, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
Fouled off. He was late. He gets there with the slide. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Gorman.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Right side, Aranda. Tosses to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Cardinals, catcher.
And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Pedro Pajes. Flying to center his first time.
Hey.
Inside, almost got him. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ripped to short. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Redbirds down quietly. They trail things here 2-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Gordon Graceffo.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Taylor Walls getting ready to hit.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Diaz in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He was all over that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
1 out. Runner at second. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's a big power threat. Junior Caminero.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Foul ball there. Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. And he held up. Man on second, 2 down. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging on the curveball. That's the 3rd out. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Ramon Urias.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
A sliding stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Victor Scott, the next to hit. And a bunt towards third. And foul ball. This one lifted in the air, left field. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals,
Mason Wynn now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground to short, Walls. On the run, throw to first. Pretty nice play there. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching St. Louis Cardinals baseball on the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I ain't trying to do too much, I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. Yes, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pass it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is, what's the metric, yes.
And here is
Leading
Johnny
off for Tampa
DeLuca.
Bay, center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Up.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Oh, he can't squeeze it.
Up next for Tampa Bay, right fielder Jake Fraley.
So up next, Jake Fraley, 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. DeLuca on at first, nobody out. Quick toss to first. DeLuca back in on a dive. There's a swing and a drive. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. This one in the air. Wind settles under it. One away.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
One out man at first. And next is the designated hitter, Richie Palacios. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Check on the runner. DeLuca dives back in safely. Man at second. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe. In comes the run from second. And they take a 3-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner on at first with one gone. Now up for Tampa Bay, Hunter Fiducia. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Stays alive. Man at first, one away.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
On the ground to the left. A sliding stop at short. There's one. On to first. Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Left fielder, Chandler
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Gordon Graceffo done for the afternoon. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
The new pitcher in the game, Ryan Stanek.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Chandler Simpson next to hit for the Rays. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-1. Foul ball. The 0-2. Left field. And it falls. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Now Taylor Walls. And that is out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's the 0-2. Line drive. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate. It's 4-zip.
Well done. Drives in the run. Pitch was on the outside. Didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Yandy Diaz now 1 for 3. On the ground to third. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. The Rays lead it 4-0. This is Cardinals baseball on the show Midwest. Back here in St. Louis and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. That one fouled off. Up the middle, Walls whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder Nathan Church.
So digging in, Nathan Church. He's 0 for 1. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. The Rays leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive, base hit right field. And they had their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the DH, Ivan Herrera.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Out to short. The flip, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman.
Now the number 2 hitter, Alec Burleson. On the ground. Fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely done. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Back after this on the show. Back here in St. Louis, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Oh.
In the air, center field. Scott ranging back, and there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, third baseman
Junior Caminero will hit next. That clips a corner. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Walker under this one. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Johnny DeLuca. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat automatic.
And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Rays 4 and the Cardinals nothing.
Now pitching for Tampa
We're back
Bay.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mason Engler.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Leading off for the
3,
Cardinals.
4, 5 due up for the home team. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Hey, woo!
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Pedro Pajes. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Ramon.
1 out, man at first. Ramon Urias. Next up for the Cardinals. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder,
Victor Scott getting ready to hit. This one in the air, center field. DeLuca moving under it, and that is that. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rays 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Hunter Dobbins.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Fraley leading things off and takes a strike. This one smacked out to left center. That's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for Tampa
Pretty
Bay,
much a model
the
swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Palacios stands in now and watches strike 1. Tied him up inside with that one. Dobbins, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one inside, look out. Goes down looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
In the air, left field. Walker makes the grab on the run.
Up next for Tampa Bay, left fielder, Chandler Simpson.
And stepping in for the Rays, Chandler Simpson. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Fraley, the runner at first with 2 gone. Quick move to first, and he's back in on a dive. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Throws to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Tampa, but they lead it 4-0. On to the bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Knee high, that's in for a strike. No question about this one. It's out of here. He sends a rocket to left. His first homer of the year, and they're on the board. It's 4-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to be. Foul, was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Walker in the box again, takes a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's a fair ball.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
One gets a check swing. Appeal to third. Didn't go. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Back to the top of the order. Next is the designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
The 0-2. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman, Alec.
So up next, Alec Burleson. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing called strike. 0-1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Walker is waved home, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Here's the third baseman, Nolan Gorman. And a strike on the outside edge. Burleson at second with 2 down. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Oh, great stop to first. What a play, inning over. Through 8 full, it's the Rays 4 and the Cardinals 2. This is Cardinals baseball on the show Midwest. Back here at Busch Stadium, all set to start. Ninth in this one. Taylor Walls digs in now.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Out towards right center field. Scott on his way over. And there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, first baseman.
Back to the top of the order now. Yandy Diaz now at the plate.
No, that's a ball.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings over the top of that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That one missed. This one in the air center field. Scott should have this one. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Ripped to first, caught. Down in order, go the Rays. But they still lead this one 4-2.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now,
Bay.
and on the
Number
mound, the
22,
closer, Griffin Jacks. A chance at his first save of the year. Leading off, Pedro Pajes.
St. Louis, catcher, Pedro Pajes.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Comes up empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And up next for St. Louis, Ramon Urias. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. The Rays trying to close out a 2-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. In the dirt, blocked. The throw into second. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
As a closer, he's out there in that role for a reason. But even they lose the handle on one here and there, especially with all the nasty stuff coming out of bullpens these days. He's making it a little interesting here.
Got him looking for the strikeout. So now with one away and a man at second, Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Hit on the ground to the right side, but it kicks foul. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner around third. Relay throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 4-3.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Little dribbler up along third, and that goes foul.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to.
Here goes the runner. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. What a stop. There's one. Double play cuts the rally short, and that ends the ball game.
Way to make a pitch right there. Get that ball on the ground. Defense picking them up. Huge double play to end this ball game.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Pasa que desde que vi tu cara me enamoro de ti. Todo es que tú tienes no sé qué. Siento que te pasa lo mismo cuando te miro. Que dices si no a ver el amanecer.